Congressman Brad Sherman, one of the 139 Democrats who voted for the tax cut, he says reluctantly. He joins me now from Capitol Hill in between votes. Congressman, thanks so much for squeezing us in. I know it's a busy day up there. Why did you end up voting for the tax cut as strongly as you felt against it?
Well, the Republicans took the middle class hostage. They took America hostage. They took our economy hostage. And the president agreed to pay the ransom. And the choice before us was either let the president pay the ransom this month or block him, and then next month he'd agree to pay an even somewhat higher ransom, because House Democrats did not have a seat at the table when this deal was put together in December. But if we blocked the deal in December, come January, House Republicans would have been given a seat at the table. The starting point would have been this deal, and I'm sure that they would have squeezed just a little bit more out of the president. When the president puts us in that kind of position, we either pay the ransom now or we will let him pay more later.
There's a lot of tension now between the White House and you House Democrats. How is this going to play out in coming weeks and months?
Well, it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, there are some who work for the president who are saying every time you can get House Democrats angry with you, it makes you look like you're a moderate. And I'm all for compromise and moderation, but you've got to look at the content. And from a political standpoint, it's just put out the headline, Obama compromises with Republicans. Well, a lot of people want to see government work. They want to see compromise. But the content of that compromise matters. In this case, if we did not act, then in January, the Clinton estate tax bill would be in effect. And if we had waited for that to happen, we would have had all the bargaining leverage needed to get a much better deal. And that's why I wish the president hadn't made the deal that he did.
This is what the Speaker-elect House Speaker-elect John Boehner had to say this morning about what happened last night.
The Speaker took a hard line against the bill? I don't think so. The Speaker took a hard line against the bill. There wouldn't have been 138 or more Democrats who voted for the bill. All you have to do is look at the vote last night. There was a strong bipartisan vote in favor of the bill. Why? Because you saw polling all week that indicated that the American people were in favor of stopping all of the tax hikes.
Is he right? Is that basically what happened, that Democrats did cave in eventually? Because they looked at the polls. Every single poll says 59, 60, 65% support in various polls, 59 in our poll, showing support for the tax cut.
Well, first, I'm not sure that people support this package. What they support is the concept of a compromise. And the polling question is, do you agree with the compromise that President Obama reached with the Republicans? Well, a lot of people have a lot of faith in the president and would say, yes, if he reached the compromise, it might be the right thing. When people gradually learn what was in this, they may object. But I don't think my colleagues were looking at the polls. They were looking at the political reality. And the political reality is this. Come January, Boehner could have passed not only this deal, but a worse deal through the House of Representatives. The Senate would have voted for it if it was a little worse. I don't know if they would vote for it if it was a lot worse. And the president would sign a deal that was a little worse than the one that he signed today. So it was clear that the ransom payment could not be blocked in January, and that the ransom would be higher in January. So many of my colleagues agreed, allow the ransom payment to be made in December rather than letting it grow.
Congressman Brad Sherman, thanks so much, and a happy holidays to you. I know it's a long way between now and Christmas from all that you've got to do up there.